Okay, good morning, everyone. Real quick, I just want to give a crash course on this SLO scoring sheet that I'm sending out this morning. When I send the SLOs out, you're going to get the SLO template with the checklist for the BLT. You'll also just get the checklist that you can look at to make sure you have everything included in your SLO that you need before you submit it. But most importantly, I want to talk about the scoring sheet. This is where everyone should be entering their pre and post test scores in this scoring sheet. I'm going to just use last year's as an example. This year's is very similar, but ultimately you're going to go to the 16-17 SLO scoring sheet, which will be in Google Classroom, and you're going to download it. So what you need to do is click on the scoring sheet, and it will open up here in Google Drive, but you still need to download it. So you can't really edit it in here. It won't work real well for you. You can't really do anything. So you're ultimately going to open this. Now I'm on a Mac, so it might look a little different. Now that I've opened it, I want to download it. That's ultimately the goal you want. You want to get it into Microsoft Excel and out of Google Drive. So now that I've got it in Excel, I'm out of Google Drive. I'm in actual Microsoft. Couple things that everyone needs to just do to make sure that this is working properly. You'll notice that if you look at the growth target column here, all of the growth targets are defaulted to a pretest that's out of 100 points. So again, your screen might look a little different if you're not on a Mac, but ultimately you should see this equation in the cell. You can also double click on it and it'll give you the equation in the cell right here. Notice that the pretest again is out of 100 points, and that's what the equation is calculating out of. I'm going to hit enter here and just make sure that it's working correctly. So if a kid were to score 10 points on the pretest, their growth target would then change to 55 points for this is what they're going to need on their post test. And if I come over here and they score a 56, you should see this cell change then to green, meaning the equation, the Excel sheet's working correctly. If you type those numbers in and it's not working correctly, then you probably need to come see me in the office and or just call me down and we can fix the Excel sheet. If your pretest is out of something different than 100 points, you're going to want to, again, double click on that. And let's say your pretest is only out of 30 points. You're going to want to get rid of that 100 and put 30 in there, hit enter, and you'll notice the growth target has now changed, which is a good thing. But in order to get it to apply to all the cells below it, you're going to come over here to the right-hand corner, get this little black cross, click on that, and then drag that cell down all the way to the bottom of the Excel sheet, and you'll see all of those equations now have cells have changed to reflect the equation that you want with a pretest out of 30 points. The same would be true if your pretest was more than 100 points. So if you wanted it to be out of 150, it's going to change that growth target, and you'd have to pull this down to change all those cells below. But I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to reset it to 100 points. Do that. Reset it to 100 points, drag it to where it needs to go, and reset the Excel document to where it needs to be. Also, with this Excel sheet, notice at the bottom of the Excel sheet, there are tabs that says SLO1, SLO2, SLO3, and SLO4. Please make sure each one of those pages reflect the same equation and that they're all working properly, so that you know that each sheet is working. Ultimately, that's the checklist. Pretty simple to use, but if you have any questions, please feel free to come down and talk to me about this. I'll gladly answer anything I can about it. Good luck with these, and we will talk to you later.